What did you do, Direct Nation? So we are officially 1 week out from the launch of Marvel Rivals Season 9, and I figured now is the perfect time to put it all on the table and go over everything that's been revealed so far, the full story, every character coming, as well as break down what new content to expect, from new game modes to another round of costumes for you to appreciate respectfully at the new social hub. There's already a ton to talk about heading into launch, so I won't waste any time. First, Hulk smash that hype button and share this with more superhero fans, and let's get it. So let's start with the story. The devs switch things up by putting the final gallery card that has all the upcoming season reveals on a free event during 8.5 instead of on the battle pass. The big twist is that iconic X-Men villain Apocalypse recruits Jubilee into his war against the gods, which Moon Knight, Scarlet Witch, and Magic have been teasing over the last year. A 5,000-year-old immortal mutant warlord whose entire personality is only the strong survive looked out across the whole Marvel universe and went, "Get me the teenager with the firework hands." Now look, this is not a Jubilee slander video. I love Jubilee. But when you are personally declaring war on actual gods, I feel like your draft board should go a little harder than Maul energy. But then again, based on the fact Rivals is tapping into the modern era of the X-Men for the lore, this could be the version of Jubilee after recovering from being a vampire. Yes, that was a thing. She has the potential to detonate explosions on a molecular level, which she once used to nuke the Collector's spaceship with a blast that could be seen from Earth. That is Omega level territory. But she's only doing this because Big A said he turned her dragon son Shogo back into a human. Her op this season is a man looking to stop Apocalypse, but not for heroic reasons. The Hood. Real name Parker Robbins, he got introduced back in the season 7 story and the tie-in comic. He was arrested for trying and failing very badly to take out Kingpin to get revenge for his father, and was being held at the vault with the other heroes. During the big prison break caused by Spider-Man and Black Cat, he didn't just escape. On his way out, he stole this red cloak from Fisk's personal collection. And it's not just your regular Walmart accessory. In the comics, he got this cloak from a demon, but in Rivals, this one is powered by Oblivion, one of the strongest beings in all of Marvel. He is older than the multiverse itself and represents non-existence and the end of all things. And Kingpin just had that sitting there in his vault. This guy collects powerful artifacts the way millennials collect Funko Pops. So Parker put it on and graduated from small-time thief to cosmic threat, which could be why he has beef with Apocalypse. All Parker wanted was the power to not be bullied by people like Fisk anymore, but Apocalypse wants to take out all the gods and replace them with himself. So I'm guessing Oblivion has an issue with that. Now let's talk about abilities, and more importantly, what I am personally praying they turn out to be. Please, Guang, don't make any of these characters duelist. The duelist queue is not a role anymore. It's a metropolitan area. It has a skyline. It has traffic. This has to stop. I think the Hood would be a very interesting vanguard. His base powers are invisibility from the cloak, levitation, energy attacks, and dual pistols. Plus he can transform into a demon, so that could be similar to the Emma Frost diamond form. His neutral would be like Tank Deadpool if he could go invisible and had 2 different ranged attacks, plus a transformation. That could actually be pretty cool, possibly incredibly broken, depending on how they balance it. For Jubilee, just give her the Gambit treatment, minus the insanely broken ultimate. Yes, she's mostly known for making things go boom or sparkle, but just let her fireworks heal allies and damage enemies. Justify it by saying she got a power upgrade when she became one of the 4 horsemen of Apocalypse. Just don't let her be a DPS. They don't deserve her. Now season 9 will, of course, also be bringing a fresh wave of costumes. And if you're not tired of the summer skins yet, then I have great news. Expect even more. After the success of the summer event last year, Rivals has been going even harder, emphasis on hard, with the summer costumes this year, and Marvel gave us a preview of what to expect. They released the official Marvel swimsuit special, Friends, Foes, and Rivals comic book last year, and included teases of upcoming Rivals summer costumes, like the Cloak and Dagger swimsuit we just got this month. And if you look at everybody that the comic featured, a ton of them already got their swimsuits in game, but there are still plenty more left. Some of the big names without fan service costumes that were featured in the comic are Rogue, Storm, Scarlet Witch, and Jean Grey. And on top of that, there's another swimsuit special launching called Brand New Beach, and this one is Spider-Man themed. It drops July 1st, the same month as the new season, and it's bringing swimsuits for Black Cat and Venom. Yes, Venom, at the beach, in a swimsuit. Is a symbiote wearing swim trunks ridiculous? Yes. Will I be buying? Of course. Though I'm sure the Black Cat one will ultimately sell a lot more for reasons. I'm sure Guang is going to be able to buy a boat with all the money NetEase is going to be making by the time the summer event is over. They even got people to start playing Black Widow without intentionally trying to throw the game. But what I'm mostly hyped for is the new game mode. Season 9 is finally bringing another entry in the Path to Doomsday event with a brand new mode and cosmetics inspired by Avengers Age of Ultron. This was originally supposed to release this month, but was delayed for more polishing, which also pushed back the Avengers Infinity War mode to October. I assume this happened because the Loki mode, and let's just be honest with each other as a family, did not hit, especially compared to the PvE mode, which people assumed the Loki one would be. It was not. It didn't even take place on any of the New York maps. And you know, this might be a hot take, but after seeing what they did with Loki, I obviously don't want it to be anything like that, but I also don't want a PvE Ultron mode either. I think this is the perfect opportunity to bring back the best thing Rivals has added so far, auto chess. Ultron's battle matrix was cinema, and I would love if they brought back a reworked version of it for the Path to Doomsday event. Maybe make the MC Ultron costume the reward for hitting a certain amount of points in the game mode instead of emojis like they did last year. Then they can put the rest of the MCU skins on a battle pass. But they can't only have 2 like they did for Loki. In fact, they should add more Avengers 2012 costumes in Season 9 to make up for selling us. Use most of your resources on the other modes, because I think that's where the potential is. Huge cinematic story modes you can play with your friends with Thanos for the Infinity War and Endgame. Then go totally insane with Avengers Doomsday. Sentinels, Doombots, give us everything. That would be a great way to close out the year and bring a ton of old and new players to Rivals. But that's not the only big Marvel content this year. In addition to the Path to Doomsday content, a new Marvel game is expected to be fully revealed that is being described as an open world version of Rivals without the PvP that you can play with friends. Click the video on screen to learn more. And a huge shout out to everyone supporting me on Patreon. Join for free so you never miss an update.